Done.
Let's see.
We're now in the arena.
So if you notice, we have a very weird setup on the Deepwater Hooligans. We're seeing a Vulture, I think, for the first time, which is kind of crazy. And we're seeing an SNI, 2 Navy Drakes, 2 Jackdaws, Flycatcher Gurmer, and a Skybreaker. And the thing is that all of these ships are fit with whatever the long-range damage module would be. So we're seeing a Rails on the Vulture, we're seeing making sure cruises on the SNI, heavy missiles on the Drake. So Deepwater has decided to bring a kiting setup, and I believe that's the first one we've actually seen today.
Yeah, and they're doing that with they're doing that with just the Scimitar as well, with very little screening. It's going to be all on that the Skybreaker, so Sid Redlight and Pixie Thief to be able to stop the Lokis and that from getting in, and that's going to be such a difficult task for them.
Yeah, a big thing we have seen in a lot of these comps is being able to shut down just one or two of these DPS ships before they manage to land on whatever they're trying to primary is huge. Unfortunately, the Scorp Navy is cruise against a rush comp, so it's going to apply DPS to almost zero of the ships on the opposing team. Only the Claymores. So let's see if they've learned from their previous mistakes and apply damage to the Claymores instead of the Lokis.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. That Scorpion Navy issue there, if they fall for that bait and they just go onto it right away, there's a chance it could cost them the match. But you'd hope that local is primary. They've got a lot of tournament experience. They shouldn't fall for it. They'll be able to move around the side, as you said. Here we go, then. The match is starting.
I love the analytics that we're seeing on the screen.
And the match begins. We're seeing definitely the Deepwater Hooligans are trying to move away and spread themselves out, and Localist Primary are already heading in the same direction, avoiding the Scorpion Navy, burning around and already catching things.
There you can see the Flycatcher of Shana Abel. It looks like he may have potentially get caught, but he's going in there to try and do a screening role here. Eventually scrammed there, but he's managed to get on top of the burst. We can see there's scrams going down on there. It's dead already. This is amazing amount of DPS to start off this match, just trading back and forth. You can see there's Shana and the Flycatcher also going down into low shields here. This is going to be a tough matchup now with that taken out.
They're firing cruise missiles into a Loki.
Oh no!
An untackled Loki.
Look at how pitiful that attack bar is for Deepwater Hooligans there as they fail to apply to that Loki. But still, the same is happening here for Localist Primary. They aren't really effectively locking onto anything just now. It looks like they've been somewhat screened off, or at least kited away from effectively here. Grunt Kado is finally tackled though. They are going to be applying a little more DPS to him as well, and it looks like their tackle is the Jackdaws, are able to do a bit of DPS to that burst too, without any sustain left on it.
Yeah, the Jackdaws, especially with light missiles, are going to be able to apply enough DPS to break that burst and hopefully move on to something else. The problem is Deepwater Hooligans have done a very good thing of spreading out completely. So it's taking quite a lot of time for local of primary to swap from one thing to another. They broke the Flycatcher, but by the time they killed it, everything else was like 70, 80 kilometers away, applying DPS from long range. They know they have to get right on top to apply DPS, so they're just spreading out, completely spreading. And
gotta interrupt here real quick, because Tomoxa is actually tackled, scrammed, and webbed down. So the Deepwater Hooligans logistics pilot has been tackled and is being held down by Lokis and Claymores, which means he's about to die really horribly.
Yeah, that's such an unfortunate play, but great work there from the tackle core of Localist Primary to be able to nab him. It looks like the Loki webs were able to just catch him in the edge, and he is down. That changes the texture of this match incredibly. This is now a DPS race, and Deepwater Hooligans is at a massive disadvantage. You can see those potential attack bars. They look pretty similar, but most of that is the Navy Scorpion, and it's not going to be able to apply very well to these cruiser hulls. Saying that, though, Gucci Uzi is in very, very low shields, going down into hull and dead. It's going to be a question now of who applies the most DPS.
So the Claymore of Damasis Kadesh is now webbed. So hopefully we're going to see the cruise missiles be applied onto Damasis Kadesh, and we'll see how well these Claymores tank compared to the Lokis.
Yep, your neighbor there in the Navy Drake going down. This is now 3 DPS ships versus 3 DPS ships, but that Navy Scorpion represents so much EHP. It's going to potentially make the ending of this match very, very difficult for Localist Primary.
Yeah, especially since all of these close range ships are going to have to get right on top of the Navy Scorpion so they can counter tackle it. We are seeing the Drake Navy and the Claymore break at about the same rate. So this is just going to be a complete slug match. Bear in mind that the Stork still have boosts for the Deepwater Hooligans, so their ships are going to be a little bit tanky now that Lynx are finally about to go down. But
Yeah,
then
you can
again,
see him running for his absolute life there, kiting behind the rest of the fight, whilst Akov and Stowe sit at Akov and Telrim sit at maximum range. They are shooting at him, but it's not quite enough. Damascius Kadesh, though, in low shields here. It looks like they are finally applying those cruise missiles to him, and it's enough to break him with no bursts left on the field, but it is going slowly here.
yeah, so hopefully the Scorpion Navy can hold on long enough with its Ansil to break something else. We're seeing Damascus Kadesh and the Claymore go down. Hopefully they can swap onto something else, and maybe these small ships can maybe trade for like a Stork and another Jackdaw, because the Deepwater Hooligans Jackdaws have a little bit of a longer range. That being said, Telrim in the Jackdaw is scrammed and it's now starting to go down.
Yeah, I can't tell who's he scrammed by. It looks like, is that one of the Jackdaws? Yeah, it looks like he's just been jeweled down, caught out of position. He got baited trying to follow that stalk of Magati, pulled out of position and killed. All three of them were able to get on top of him. And it looks like Pixie Thief might be in a similar situation there as he goes down into low shield. The Navy Scorpion also there sitting in at about 10%. It looks like he's out of Ansil charges, or at least very, very, very close to it. This is not looking good for Deepwater Hooligans now.
We are seeing the Rocket Jackdaw of Pierre go down, and we are seeing Plutus Asteria in this Scorpion Navy just hold on in low shields. He's going to run out of Ansil charges soon, and we're going to start seeing him break. All this missile damage and these drones are just not doing great. Now that all the smaller ships, the Navy Drakes, have finally gone down, we're seeing how little these cruise missiles on the Scorp Navy are actually applying to that location.
He's recovering a little bit of HP, though. I'm not sure how that damage has just dropped off there. Is someone on a reload?
I think he just got his ancillary reloaded.
My.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that massive active rep bar has just come back online. I don't know how he was still boosting before that. Maybe it was rep drones or something, but he's had a little bit of a burst of life. It's not going to matter that much if he can't take something down to even the field here. That Vulture just doesn't do that much DPS.
Yeah, the Loki of Kaz and Hoax is in like 40% shield. Hopefully, if he can break it, it's whether a Vulture breaks a Claymore.
I don't think it does. It's going to be come down to probably points here as well. We've got 4 minutes left on the clock, and it's going to be difficult for all of these ships to catch one another. They're trying to kill off that Jackdaw. They're putting all of their focus on it now, really, other than those Scorpion Navy missiles. But the Loki is in low shields here. He might crack at the same time. It's going to come down to a couple of seconds. The Loki broke first. The Scorpion Navy now, he might be able to stabilize, but it doesn't look like it. He's got... How much structure? A hair of structure. 1% remaining.
The Rocket Jackdaw is down.
Everything else. Oh my god.
The Rocket Jackdaw is down, and he can boost just a little bit longer. That Loki just applied enough damage, and the Navy Scorpion is just about managing to survive. The Rocket Jackdaw bringing 450 DPS when heated to that Scorpion Navy was the difference between tanking and not.
Yeah, it looks like their Stork is finally going to go down there. He's been caught out of position, and now it's just a matter of cleanup here. The Navy Scorpion, he looks like he's going to be able to tank to survive this match. What a clutch play there from Plutus. Even if he does go down, it's going to be a victory on points here for Deepwater Hooligans. Wow.
Holy cow. The Scorpion Navy surviving in 1% structure.
That is the difference between a Claymore and a Nighthawk. Those extra couple of hundred DPS, not even a couple of hundred DPS. I think a fraction of heat, anything, could have tipped that match over the edge there. Scorpion Navy in 1% structure and holding firm now, repping up to about half shields here as Dusty Nova is about to bite the dust himself. Plutus Astreus, making plays in absolutely every match he's a part of so far today.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get so many points for this. As this Claymore finally goes down.
Well, with that, that brings us to a 182 match. We will hand this back to the studio to break this down.